Hello everybody! What was your favorite TV release of 2021? After the disaster of 2020 that caused many productions to be postponed, 2021 has become a true blessing that welcomed a lot of series, the majority of which were of good quality. However, one of those releases has become an absolute favorite for us, to the point that we believe it has the potential to be the best of 2022 as well. Yes, you guessed it right, we're talking about 1883. As a prequel to Yellowstone, 1883 is everything that we want it to be. It has the best elements of Yellowstone and presents them in a 19th century setting. What does this mean? Well, first of all, it has an amazing casting. Not only a country legend like Sam Elliott is leading the show, but also two country music stars who have been fan favorites for decades. Faith Hill and Tim McGraw are also welcoming us as the ancestors of the Duttons, which we love. Besides, the show is taking place in the Wild West, blessing us with amazing landscape throughout, to the point that at times, we forget the tragedy of the actual plot. Oh yes, the plot of the show is yet another perfection that brilliantly is heart-wrenching. We also highly appreciate the historical accuracy of the show. Taking place after the Civil War, the series focuses on one of the most important periods in American history, and is doing a great job in appreciating the era and its people through portraying their struggles in an accusing way. It reaches a point that sometimes we forget everything is fiction, since we believe all these happened at some point, even though the characters were different. The show also isn't afraid of sacrificing its cast for the sake of better storytelling. This is one of those unique qualities that we appreciate in a TV series, since it proves the show doesn't rely on its characters but its story, which is something to admire. Last but certainly not least, 1883 is doing a perfect job in honoring its predecessor, Yellowstone, in every way, shape, and form. Somehow, it always manages to link itself to the modern age and be relevant for us. Even its characters are a perfect example of what would the Duttons' ancestors look like, and thus help us understand the current-day Duttons way better. Overall, 1883 is just pure perfection and we love it so much. Now that we reach the middle point in the series, we slightly started to observe a shift in tone as it gets into a darker atmosphere, which we highly appreciate. There is something that would make the show even darker though, making Elsa pregnant. Elsa is the daughter of the Duttons, who has become the single sunshine of the show so far. She is beautiful, smart, and lovely. She is full of life at all times, even in the face of death, as long as it doesn't touch her or her loved ones. She is also the narrator of the show, which makes her even dearer to our hearts. Since the very beginning, we have theorized that Elsa was representing us, as the viewers in the show. In the beginning, she was also new to the region as we were, and she was also exploring everything from the very beginning, just like we did. Whenever something bad took place, she was managing to focus on the good in the atmosphere, just like us as the audience who are mesmerized by the living in the 19th century did. She was as clueless, naive, and curious as us, and for this, we loved her. In time, as she started to learn more about the region and witness the tragedies of life, she started to become less enthusiastic about things to come and felt more emotional towards everything around her, just like we did. The crossing of the river has become a turning point in her perspective as she finally realized how much people had to sacrifice just for reaching a proper place to live. She finally showed the true tragedies in life and couldn't help but be hurt by them. The crossing of the river has made a similar impact on us as well, as we finally witnessed how bad things can get bad in such an environment. In the following episode, we watched Elsa full of life once again, as she fell in love with Innes and decided to be with him no matter what. Unfortunately, though, her hopes and dreams got shattered within just minutes as Innes got killed by a bandit. This has become the moment that Elsa lost her innocence and her connection to us, as the narrator has been cut off since now. She has also become a part of that brutal world, unlike us. While her emotional state will no longer be a light of positivity in the show, a possible change in her physical state can also cause major changes in the series. When she became intimate with Innes, her mom Margaret has gone really mad as she reminded her daughter of the possible dangers of such an action. For an unmarried woman of the era, being pregnant is one of the worst things that can happen to her. Even though Elsa is lucky to have a pretty supportive family, for the rest of the crew, she will probably be the single sign of a sinner who needs to be punished, since the beliefs of the era were dedicated as such. She might be forced to get married to someone she doesn't love just to save her reputation and make sure she is safe, which would be the death of Elsa's already hurt soul. Either way, such a pregnancy would certainly cause so much trouble for Elsa and her family, and we believe it would be best if she is not pregnant at all. What do you think about Elsa? Do you like her as a character? Let us know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.